I feel like my love of pranks has been somewhat overplayed on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're not really
the amount of time I've
that much of a
actually
prankster.
done. I don't think I've ever done one to David since we've lived together.
I mean, you like threw a slice of cheese that was wrapped into my bed
And that
once.
was not really even a
Like,
prank.
No,
it
was just like I got up there
a
and I was like,
weird
"What's this?
dignified-
Oh, a Kraft single." Well, I guess this is here now, and I just threw it away. That was it.
But that was kind of fun.
But it was funny. I did giggle.
Blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment, and it goes: I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Microtheticast. My name's David.
My name is Mike.
And I'm Tanner.
Hey,
Oh.
Tanner.
Oh.
Welcome to the Hypotheticast.
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you on. Just a real privilege. It's been a long-held desire of both of our hearts, I'm sure.
I think
And-
mostly David's.
And unless Emily says otherwise in the next couple days, this is a permanent replacement.
We'll be hearing from her lawyers.
I will be too.
So we thought we would give you a chance. You are a not much but oft brought up subject on the Hypotheticast, and we thought we'd give you a chance, a small platform for a couple of minutes just to sort of clear the air about any misconceptions that the listeners might have about you.
I've often felt that you remember the TV show Frasier? And there was the
Sure.
character
Oh, yes.
Maris.
Yes. Who never appeared.
You're right. I feel like I'm the
Oh.
Maris of Hypotheticast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
There is a certain, probably the mystery is better than the reality. So,
Would you like to correct or perhaps debunk anything that's been said about you on the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was anticipating that this might come up as a topic because I often in private air my grievances.
True.
The only thing that really has stood out to me or stuck with me was the one time that Emily said that I don't do road trip snacks, which is 100% untrue,
Oh, wow.
but 3% truth to it. In that
You
I
did
don't
the
feel the
numbers.
need. I don't need to do road trip snacks. Like if we're driving to my parents' place in Iowa, it's only a couple hours away. I know we're going to have snacks when we get there.
Yeah.
I don't need to do snacks on the way. Just yesterday I was on a road trip. I bought a whole bag of cheddar munchies. Ate the whole thing.
Whoa. Did you do it just to prove Emily
Yeah,
wrong?
it was just to spite Emily.
You made eye contact with her and ate the whole bag.
One bit by bit.
Watch me do it.
Well, we thought we'd do some Would You Rathers, which is a segment that we made up for this show specifically. It came up with out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before.
Exactly. But we thought we'd ask them to you specifically and maybe ask you a few follow-up questions afterwards. We may end up answering them as well incidentally, but mostly we want to learn a little bit about you, Tanner. So we want to hear what you would do in some of these scenarios. Mike, are you prepared?
So
Some
prepared.
questions?
So, Tanner, would you rather be a reverse mermaid, so fish half on the top, human half on the bottom, or a reverse centaur, horse half on the front, human half on the back?
Wait, how much of the top half of the horse do I have?
The two front legs have hooves, and then the back are two human legs.
Sure.
That's pretty weird. No arms at all.
With the reverse mermaid, am I able to survive outside of water? Can I breathe air?
You can survive longer than a normal fish can, but you still need to dip yourself in water, like we'll say every couple hours or so.
Can I
not too
talk
challenging.
Yes.
in either scenario?
Both yes.
Okay, I'm going to go with the reverse centaur.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that?
Well, one, horses have always been my favorite animal. And yeah, I don't know, needing to be near water, that feels like it'll be highly impractical.
That's tough.
I don't know. I don't want to be discriminatory against fish. I think horse heads look better than fish heads.
I was thinking that the fish one sounds a lot more comical, but a horse with some human parts may be kind of cool.
They might take me seriously still.
Right, which is
in a professional environment.
Right. You might
There's
not lose your job.
a lot of glamour in being a horse, I think. I think horses are kind of this noble animal. And so I think maybe people would give you more respect than the fish head. I mean, people respect you now. But the fish head person would be pretty silly.
I don't know. Maybe there's an element where in either scenario, I will have to commit to that as sort of being my livelihood.
Yeah.
That'll be my shtick.
Yeah.
And maybe the fish one, the reverse mermaid, would be a more lucrative sideshow situation.
I think it is more tantalizing to look at. If you gave me the option, if it wasn't which one do you want to be, but it was which one do you want to go look at, I'd probably want to look at the fish one because it sounds funnier.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like the horse one would be like, yeah, I can picture it already. But like the fish one, there's a lot of questions that I have. How much of the head? Is it like half the body on top of legs? Are there arms or just little flappy fins? Do the arms flap like fins? There's a lot of stuff going on.
Can you pick up a coffee mug with your fin?
I don't know.
That might
That's
be tough.
important.
It's
Yeah.
almost like worse than T-Rex arms.
But
I think so.
I think an important part of choosing horse is that you no longer have hands. You have horse legs.
You don't have hands in the fish scenario either.
But maybe you have little fins.
I think the hooves might be better than the fins.
Better for slapping.
Better for slapping. Great. Well, good answer, Tanner. This question comes from Lisa Jensen. Would you rather have a chorus that follows you around and laughs/points when you fail, or have to call everyone on your contact list and tell them when you fail?
Wait, so it's a chorus as in just it's like a Greek chorus, like a group of people.
Their
It's not,
only
there's
job.
no, because at first I got excited. I was like, oh, I'm automatically,
Right.
If I've got a choral group behind me all the time, just sort of
Singing about how bad
a
you are.
low key, I would take that. Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Wait, and what was the full detail of this?
The second one is you have to call everyone on your contact list and tell them when you screw up. So I assume this is only at larger sort of mistakes. Like you don't have to call everybody when you don't put the toilet seat down. But if you locked yourself out of your house, you'd have to call everybody on your contact list and tell them what you just did.
In that scenario, there's not a lot of people around. And so the chorus mocking me is not... It's not that big of a deal.
Sure.
That being said, I hope the people on my contact list would be somewhat understanding. Probably the weirdest part would be the randos I have on my contact list from who knows, why. And they're like, I don't even remember who you are.
And you don't
Why do you
remember
keep
who they are.
calling me?
You must be having
You really,
a bad month.
yes.
I don't care that
Maybe-
your souffle didn't work out.
Yes.
Souffles are hard.
They are, I know. That's why I picked it as an example.
You would just be more likely to delete a lot of contacts that you didn't.
you
That
do
could be a
that?
fringe benefit.
Yeah.
I guess I still feel like the chorus thing, maybe it's at least more time efficient. And I have a hard time believing if I'm out, I think people will rally to my side. I don't think people will take the side of the chorus. Maybe I'm underestimating or overestimating humanity.
But you think if you just sort of slipped on the ice in the winter and then there was a giant group of people all pointing and laughing at you, that some onlookers would go, that seems a little cruel and weird.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true. And I'm self-conscious in front of people.
Yeah.
I like to blend in and not.
You would not be able to
Yeah,
blend
I would
in
not
if you
be
did
able to
something
blend-
wrong.
Just the fact of a group of people following me around would draw attention, even without the pointing and laughing at me.
Do you think the chorus of people would help you out if your life was in danger? Like if you weren't failing, but they would stand by while you're being mugged or something?
They've taken an oath to be neutral to my well-being.
Like
It's
we're going
part
to be
of
by
being in
you,
the
but we're not going
chorus.
to offer aid.
I mean, yeah. Do they take shifts? Do they have lives? Is this sort of like a professional job, or just a life calling where they fully kind of like a monk?
And how do they decide what's a failure and what's just
Right.
an accident? Is you
Yeah.
dropping your can of coffee like a failure?
My can
Your
of
can?
coffee.
Maybe you're in Japan.
In whatever form your coffee's
Sure,
in.
sure.
Maybe it's a can of coffee beans.
Oh no, my coffee
beans.
It would be a problem. I just pictured that. I mean, I think we're thinking of more and more scenarios in which this chorus thing seems very not cool. Like in your kitchen, if you failed at making a souffle, for instance. I mean, a chorus is probably more than 5 people. Your kitchen's not like the biggest kitchen.
That's true.
Maybe you'd fail more often just because people are standing around you all the time.
Is there any
Sounds
zone
terrible.
of privacy that I get?
The bedroom.
I get the boudoir.
The boudoir.
is my safe.
Only for family moments.
But they're right outside.
I don't know what that means.
I'm curious. What would you two? How would you two answer?
Oh, you
this
want us
question?
to know?
Yeah, I do.
You wanna know
I
us?
do.
Chorus for sure. The
Chorus?
calling thing just seems like so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it was somehow a group call and they could all be on the other end and all know at once, or I could like leave a voicemail to all of them every time or something. But like that's even minutes of my life every time I screw up, and I'm like, I just want to move on.
They'll probably just start blocking you.
That's also true, which would be bad.
I think I'd try to like pull one over on the chorus. Like maybe they'd miss a failure and I'd be like, you failed to notice my failure, so you need to point that out of yourselves. And then they would just start like,
They just poof out of
yeah, they're
existence.
just like
They
heads
can't
would
handle
blow
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get them.
I'm kind of I want to build out the world, the mythology of this chorus, like the
Yeah.
training they go through,
Yeah.
the recruitment process, how their lives work.
Yeah, like what do they get paid?
Yeah.
Like what's in it for them?
Is it a minimum they unionize?
Yeah, I feel like there should be a union.
That could be a way you'd sort of disrupt their environment, like start planting the seeds of unionization and could sow the seeds of discontent among the chorus
And get them to go point their fingers in a useful direction.
Yeah.
at themselves.
Oh,
Like maybe I'd go to very uncomfortable places to be, and they would be like, "We don't want to be out in the rain." And I'd be like, "Well, you gotta. It's your job, and I'm out here, so."
It's your job. These conditions are not friendly, are they?
Hey Tanner,
Yes.
would you rather have crumbs in your bed forever or small rocks in your shoes forever?
Oh, this sucks.
Can you give me a clearer idea of the size of the rocks and how many of the rocks?
There are 3 pebbles in one shoe.
And the bed is just full of crumbs.
We'll say not full. It's not like nasty with crumbs, but there's definitely the presence of crumbs is felt.
I think I'm going to go crumbs.
Really?
Well, crumbs it's uncomfortable. I really don't like it's an idea that gives me a little bit of a heebie-jeebie vibe just thinking about it. That being said, pebbles in the shoe, that's uncomfortable. You got to walk around.
Straight up.
Like I feel like I would be able to adapt to the crumbs much easier than the pebbles.
Okay.
What about you two?
Yeah, I think the crumbs in my bed just sounds so nasty and bad and like sticky, especially because right now, whenever I sleep, I am sticky. It is summer. Well,
Right now, David's
I'm
going
just-
through a phase where he secretes honey.
we all go through a sticky phase. This is mine.
You're becoming a man.
Finally, I got to go to sticky sleep. I don't think this is good to talk about. Well, so I feel like it would be even worse if I were sticky and had a bunch of like cracker crumbs all over my body because it's just double uncomfortable and it just sounds terrible. Man, but it's worse to never walk. Like I wouldn't want to walk unless they were very, very tiny pebbles, like more like sand. Then I might be able to get by with it. But like that's going to hurt my shoes and cause long-term damage to my posture and to my gait, to my hips probably. Like that's terrible. I don't want to do that. I'll sleep in crackers, sure. Why not?
Sleeping in crackers.
Yeah.
I think I'd just go shoeless.
Oh.
Like this-
Oh, a loophole.
Yeah.
I really
I mean,
hacked
there's a
the
lot.
question.
There's a lot of like cultures that they don't need shoes.
Just move somewhere where shoes are not as
Yeah.
important.
Listen, and then I think once I learned to like walk on the ground, I wouldn't even mind if there was gravel in my shoes because my feet would be so
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe you could just go for like a year without shoes and then start wearing shoes again. Your feet would be so callous that it wouldn't even matter.
They'd be ready.
Yeah, they'd be ready.
'Cause I don't think you can get callous to breadcrumbs in your bed.
I don't know if I roll around in here.
Depending on what kind of breadcrumbs
Get used
these
to
are,
it.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old and sharp they are.
Has that ever been a thing with you and Emily? Has there been crumbs and you've been like, "Hey, what were you eating in the bed?"
Not really. I think we both have an aversion to crumbs.
Okay.
That,
Okay.
and I will say it probably has happened more often where she has called me out
Okay.
for crumbing up the bed a little bit.
That's counterintuitive to
It is.
what I would have
She-
thought.
I am the more of a kind of neat
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, and
But
she
not
loves those
when it
snacks.
comes to
Snack, yeah, well, when it comes to snacks in that bed,
Are you trying to hide it under the covers?
it's like the middle of the night, just like Emily wakes up and there's crunching. No, it's more like Sunday morning toast.
Sure. And you
That's
want
fine.
the breakfast in bed experience,
Yeah.
but you forgot that toast is literally a bunch of crumbs
Yeah.
that you try to put in your mouth as fast as possible.
She more chastises me for when I eat in bed, I will eat in a reposed position.
Oh.
And she's very concerned that I will choke.
Oh, sure. No,
It's a choking hazard.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
that I
concerned
should
for
sit
you
up.
too now.
It's never been an issue.
Well, it's just I've never died, but it doesn't mean it couldn't happen.
Kids,
Kids,
don't eat lying down.
as beautiful as you may look, reclined eating grapes, it's not a good idea.
Not worth it.
This question comes from Johnathan Manchester. You are the reluctant prince of the deep seas. I don't know why reluctance there, but it's fun, and I'm going to keep it. Would you rather have 2 snickering marlins or a stupid seal as your sidekick?
I'm trying to actually really imagine out what the snickering marlins vibe.
marlins, yeah, because it's probably that they're maybe like pranksters
Oh.
a little bit,
And it's a stupid seal.
but a stupid seal.
I will say, and I'm worried this might offend some people in this room right now. I am not a fan of pranks.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
fine.
no, yes, okay.
That's
And
not
so I might
offensive
take
to
the
me.
stupid seal over the snickering marlin. I feel like the snickering marlins also they shout back to that chorus of failure.
Oh yeah.
They might fill that same role.
Yeah, I don't need that around me. Like, be positive. Don't be like dragging me down all the time, snickering marlins.
Dumb and positive is way better than smart and negative.
And you know that seal is just uplifting.
yes.
He doesn't really know how to deliver the compliments, but he's giving thumbs ups everywhere,
Yeah.
and that's helpful.
Yeah. He's a booleant.
Hey, Tanner, would you rather live on a magical paradise island in the sky that you can't ever leave but anyone can visit, or have your freedom and get $100,000 a year that will go up by 5% each year?
Oh.
Whoa, what?
I think I'm pretty sure the latter one. I mean,
You just want money?
yeah.
What was
Can
so
buy
good
stuff.
about the first
It's a
one?
magical paradise island.
Okay, I guess
What's
that's pretty
in the
cool.
sky,
Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
But I can't go anywhere.
but anyone can visit. Like Emily can live with you up there.
Okay.
I
or
guess
anyone.
Money.
yeah, $100,000 a year,
I
and
like-
it goes up 5% every year.
Yeah.
That's
That
like 3
ticks all of
me.
my very practical minded 5% annual growth compound interest.
Yeah.
If you start investing now, you'll be able to retire
Yeah.
at the age of that sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe I'm not using my imagination enough about the magical cloud
That's
paradise.
I guess it would take a lot of follow-up illustrations for me to realize what I was missing out on.
Pictures
Am
of
I
that.
magical?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Yep, money.
You've got a little cloud taxi that will take you around your island, and you can look down, and you can send it down to get people to bring up to the island, but you don't have
That's
any
nice.
powers.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
what if nobody
sort of.
wants to come visit me?
I think
Because I
someone
can't
would.
compel them to do it.
Well, you're right. You can't, but you can't make people do things with your money either.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Okay, well, I guess you can. But I feel like a magical paradise island is
It's
pretty
not
good,
just a
too.
desire to be able to control
I don't know. You
other
brought it up.
people at large, but it's like, what if they don't like visiting me?
Yeah.
It's a magical paradise.
How long can they visit?
As long as they want.
Oh my God.
I'm just envisioning this being like the way that heaven is depicted on the Family Circus for some reason.
Like you're up on a cloud and you
Yeah.
can just look down and
Look
see.
down, little Billy, or whatever.
That's right.
It's been a while since
When
I've.
did they? Wasn't it like their grandpa was up there? Or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
no,
Like,
there'd be
looking
frequent,
down?
Yeah.
and I think it has pretty significant like Christian overtones.
Absolutely,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and yes, I don't think the kids ever
the
died
kid-
and went to heaven.
like Jeffy choked for a little bit. And oh God! But I was with the cloud paradise,
Yeah,
mommy.
but at least I can go to Grandpa up there.
Oh,
It was a
no.
gritty turn in the
Yeah, it
Family
was.
Circus canon.
They need a reboot.
I could be into that. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm interested. David, you would choose the money?
Oh yeah, money for sure. Oh my God, that sounds so nice. Even if it didn't have the interest, I'd still take that because it sounds to me like I just get that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still can have a supplemental job if I want. I could do pretty much whatever I wanted if I got $100,000 for free every year of my life. And that is the dream.
Oh, also that Magic Paradise Island is floating above your head every day.
Just taunting
you.
you.
You can't ever go to it.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that.
There's a little guy that leans off the cloud and he says,
It's
and he
pretty
wiggles
cool
his
up here, but
fingers.
you'll never know. And
Newman from Jurassic Park.
I love that that's what people call him. Wayne Knight playing
Yes.
Dennis Nedry.
Oh, that's
Dennis-
it. Yeah.
But what
Dennis
we call
Nedry,
him,
yes.
including me, I do this. I say Newman from Jurassic Park.
Just so you know, I'm choosing the island.
That's cool. That makes sense. You seem pretty down.
And
with that island.
I would look down on you guys with your money and be like, hope you're having a good time. I'm up here with my magic stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
There's like a waterfall of orange soda.
That's honestly the least appealing
That's not
that I could have pictured. No, it sounds sticky, and I don't even like soda that much.
More for me.
More for you. Clearly, it's something you want, and I don't want to yuck your
I don't
yum,
like orange
so-
soda to like drink, but like
to see,
to see
But
as
to
a
see,
waterfall,
it's-
then that sounds
Yeah,
cool.
drinking it's nasty, but watching its majestic
watching
beauty
it fall on some
is-
rocks.
yeah.
That's really just
Mike
what
just
I'm
goes to
into.
Taco Bell and just punches that orange soda
Yeah.
and just watches it fall.
Sir, what are you doing?
I just love the blast, man. I can't get enough.
It's like a white noise machine for me.
I'm gonna get you a soda machine and put it in your room and just turn it on. It just circulates.
Yeah.
Well, you could get one of those like just like lawn feature
Oh.
waterfalls,
The
but it'd
recycling
just be
waterfalls. Fill it
it'd
with
be a little bit
Sunkist.
more efficient in terms of the orange soda itself.
I actually love that
Conserve
idea.
orange soda.
Yeah.
Don't waste
Well,
it.
you could filter it too that way, and it would taste
Yeah,
a little
it'd
bit
be
more like
clean.
spring water.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
This question comes from Michael Krefting, and I know you're a literary man. You've done much with the book world in your time.
Literate. We'll say literate. I
Yeah.
know how to read
Let it be known.
mostly.
Would you rather write a book that is loved in its time but forgotten to history, or write a book that sells poorly but is posthumously considered a classic?
Oh. And we assume if it's loved in its time but is forgotten, it really has not much actual kind of merit to it. Like it's
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not much lasting.
You know, this is really hard. This is a question where it feels like I'm balancing what my ideals tell me I would pick versus
Right.
if I'm being honest with myself,
Yeah.
what's really in the old heart of hearts.
Let's get down there.
No, I'm going to go with the ideals. I think the ideals, the better angels will win out on this. I would rather have something that resonates throughout time. There's always something about, in some of my brief forays into creative endeavors, the idea of stickiness, things that stick with people.
Oh, okay.
And kind of,
Like David.
yeah, like
When he
David,
sleeps.
yes,
Like
when
my-
he sleeps,
My
yes.
bedtime experience.
Yes, physical, literal stickiness. Where like the ideas have a universality and that they resonate in one's soul and rattle around and get people thinking. And that, I don't know, that's always really appealed to me.
Yeah. I just want to be a sticky boy, guys.
Yeah. Mike?
I think I'd want to be remembered.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of have a statue made.
What would you be doing in the statue?
Like I'd probably have a trident.
Michael Larson. He was a reluctant prince under the sea.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm just gonna come out and be that base little grosso and say that I want the one that succeeds while I'm alive.
I don't think that's base
Like-
at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
I guess
fine.
it is, but it's also like fine. Like
Yeah.
that's why I really like this question is because I don't think there's a bad answer. I think that I would feel comfortable with either of those, and I think I want to know what my work is doing to people right now. That's just more interesting to me as a being. But I also understand the argument of I want to actually contribute to society in some way for more than 50 years. That sounds nice too. But I'm going to go with being appreciated in my time, but forgotten. Because like ultimately, everything will be.
Except for Tanner and me.
That's true. You'll be statues.
Would you rather that your home have a tick infestation or a demonic haunting?
Oh, tick infestation.
Oh, yeah, you don't want the demons?
No, this is okay. So
Yeah.
this
He
is
has one right now.
Emily, loves scary movies.
Yeah.
Loves them.
We went to Paranormal Activity at midnight.
We did.
And that was
Oh,
a big
yeah.
step
We
for
did,
you.
and I did not sleep that night
Oh.
at all. And the weird thing is Emily actually believes in the idea of paranormal activity, the idea of spirits and, realms of another dimension
Right.
interacting with ours in some way. I do not. I don't believe in any of that. And yet, watch a movie like Paranormal Activity, I can only watch them during the daytime. And if I'm allowed to
Outdoors.
In a park.
Yeah. If I'm allowed to make jokes during them, that's the only way I'll sleep later that night.
Okay.
Wow.
It's not that I have an actual fear that stuff believes. I think I just react, like the adrenaline gets going. And so my senses are heightened and I'm hyper aware, and every little creak and whatever freaks me out.
So it's not like you're imagining that the actual spirits are coming to get you. Is that it? Or like what? So if you don't believe in that, then like when you're up at late at night.
No, this is a fair point.
Like what's going through your mind?
It's the dumb thing where it's like, oh, my foot's outside of the blanket. Well, I better put it inside of the blanket because the paranormal activity will not go under the blanket. The blanket is a shield.
Blankets are shields.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right about that.
No, it's completely irrational. Like it makes no sense, and it's totally against type for me. But when we saw Paranormal Activity, we went home and we watched cartoons.
Oh yeah, those movies are real too, though. I mean, not like they're documentaries, but
They're
like
real.
those movies are about home invasion, but from ghosts.
Yeah,
so
especially
like
the
going
first one,
home
yeah.
after it is a little more chilling than watching the Blair Witch Project and be able to hide inside.
But yeah, termites. I can get rid of those.
Ticks.
Oh, I can get rid of
Honestly, I
those.
feel like they're like
Gas them out.
yeah.
Can't do that with a demon.
If you get the right kind of gas.
Well,
you
it
can.
depends. Yeah, I've seen
You have
some
to have a
movies.
priest. You have to have a priest bless
Yeah.
your gas.
I feel like when the concept in scary movies came that demons would follow a person and not just be in a house, then I was like, oh God, that's
no, I
even
can't just
no. Yeah.
I really want to choose the demon.
I know.
But the fact that it's a demon and not a ghost, like demons are like
Yeah, they wanna catch you.
malevolent.
Yeah.
And they'll keep you up. Like I want to get sleep. Like
they have no
Come on,
respect for
demons.
people's
like, yeah, I know we've had our fun.
You're trying
clanking
to
our
wear me
pots and
down to
pans.
possess me, and I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Ghosts know how to respect personal space.
Yeah, they just want you to finish their business.
Finish my business.
And that is eating breakfast.
Yeah, it could be real simple. But yeah, demons are a lot trickier to get rid of. But I'm still going to pick them.
If you want to find the Hypotheticast on the internet, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Hypotheticast_IG, at our website, Hypotheticast.club. That's where you can do everything you'd ever want to do, which is basically listen to our episodes and send us comments. If you want to review us on iTunes, you can just go on there. If you want to tell your friends about us, you really should, because it's a pretty good idea. And I know you have a lot of friends, so get in there and tell them some stuff about us.
Also, I think because Tanner's on, we're going to get a lot of new listeners.
Yeah.
All that Tanner Curl fan base will come out.
The Tanner bump.
Also, thank you to Jaden James and the Hunger for their song Killin' It from their album Raw. And thank you to Christian Hagen for the logo.
Yeah.
Be safe, be strong, and don't cross the street.
Yeah, don't ever do it. Just keep on staying on the one side. Only look, never go.
Only look, never go.
Eat your hummus.
I'm marching, cause I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Five tips on how to deal with a Tanner bump.
I eat hummus every day.